was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. Like a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that is silent before its shearers, so he did not open his mouth.
He is small, but his heart is very large. He is to learn and grow so he will become courageous, a hard worker. His vision will unlock his mind, and the great spirits will protect him. His integrity will bind trust. Trust in him to lead great nations above the wicked long knives. He will seek to justify the sins of the invaders, and many will follow him. He will be its silent flame. A humble thinker, a terrifying warrior, an unspoken commander.
Why do I play these games? Why do I want to? Do I? My skin and hair, so different from the others of my tribe. I stand out, always have. I never was a true part of the games for that. What difference would it make if I was? How will I save the great Lakuta if I play games I have already mastered? How will I end the terror of the whites if I don't dedicate myself to an ideal? Great warriors do not play in hoops. The greatest warriors study themselves, each other, study the ways of the great spirits, improve their skills. As a child, I speak as a child, I think as a child, I reason as a child. But in order to become a man, a warrior, I must put all these childish things away.
Patience, young crazy horse. Don't let the grasshopper humiliate you like other warriors. Become humble. Learn from him. Be enlightened. Soon, the grasshopper will fall. But with that, you will rise. Rise above as the greatest hero the great Lakota has ever seen. You are the hero we need right now, for no one like you will come again. Like most young warriors, you are unable to chase the hare. You must use your other skills. You shall learn. Every being has weaknesses as well as strengths. Sometimes the strengths of the hare will prove victorious. Other times, the hunter will prevail. Use your strengths, crazy horse. Use your arrows to your advantage. Put your mind to the hunt. Outwit the hare. It is a match well set.
Every young Lakota warrior seeks out his vision. It is a spiritual experience. Boys will venture by themselves to a lonely place where they can commune with the sacred powers, hoping for a vision that will guide, inspire, and alter their lives. Crazy Horse will be quiet and keep to himself. His vision will define his life. He will know that no arrow or bullet can harm him if he keeps his faith in his vision. Crazy Horse will never be wounded in battle.
Now is the time. Now is the time for my vision, my manhood. All of my trainings to be judged by the Great Spirits. Will information be held behind thin lines, or will the lightning flash before my eyes? Let the Great Spirits lead me to true humanity, leadership, humility. Lead me to the end of the injustices my people have endured. Show me how to stop the long knife invasion. Great Spirits, make me a man.
Crazy horse. Crazy horse. Crazy horse. Crazy horse. You'll become the greatest warrior the Lakota has seen, young Crazy Horse. It all starts with the hunt. Just as your strengths defeat the hare, you do have the strengths where the white men are weak. Find those weaknesses and justice may be found. You will be given a blessing from the Great Spirit. If you keep your faith in the Great Spirit, you will never be harmed in battle. Bullets will bite comrades. Arrows will pin enemies. But you, Crazy Horse, are to never be touched by these flying demons. You will remain safe if you keep your faith. Keep your faith by riding into battle, unarmed, with only but your faith to guide you. Only then you will find truth. Before your time, one of your kind will betray you. You will not be lost in vain. You will not be lost in vain.
Crazy Horse is a man of great faith, trusting in the Great Spirits as well as his people. He will develop a reputation for being completely fearless. He will always be seen leading the way. He will always set the pace for his fellow warriors. Crazy Horse is known as our strange one. Not only does he stand out with his light hair and fair skin, but he will be a great man of faith, an able tactician, and a determined warrior. As a shirt wearer, Crazy Horse will be held in the highest of respect of his people. Though he will later be stripped of his shirt, the honor will compel him to help others before thinking of himself. To help widows and those who have nobody to speak for them, to not look down on others, and to not let anger guide his mind or heart. As a shirt wearer, he will learn that he belongs to the people, now not himself. Crazy Horse will maintain his humility and never brag about his bravery or deeds. While receiving the honor of shirt wearer, there will be shouts and loud whoops from his fellow beloved Lakota. Crazy Horse will exemplify the greatest integrity as a shirt wearer. His courage will be so great and faith so deep that he will sometimes ride into battle unarmed, confident that his vision will protect him.
Men, let me tell you why we gather here today. To show the world what real warriors are made of. How the earth cannot be sold to destruction. How the skies will always be left to the Great Spirits. Like a hawk protecting his nest. Like a bear guarding her cubs. We will not let the long knives steal our home. They come here with greed to take all things, leave our sacred land in desolation. They will rid our plains of its last great bison for meat, slaughter us and our tribe for land. They believe anything may be bought at the price of death. Our souls will not rest if we don't stand up to this injustice. An eagle does not belong in a cage, as our Lakota people do not belong on reservations like Red Cloud. This Armageddon will not be fought in vain. The great spirits watch over us, protect us, give us life. Do the same for your families, our tribe. Fight for the ones you love, and this battle will not be lost.
The Battle of Little Bighorn will be the greatest victory of Native Americans over white soldiers. On June 25, 1876, Lieutenant Colonel George A. Custer's 7th Cavalry Regiment will be obliterated by a combined force of Sioux and Cheyenne warriors under the command of Chief Sitting Bull and Crazy Horse. It will be the only Native American battle to ever achieve mythic status. Crazy Horse will never sign a peace treaty, so he will leave behind no signatures. He will never permit photography, so even his looks and physique will remain legendary. Right up to his death at Fort Robinson, Nebraska, Crazy Horse will continue to fight for his Lakota people. He may even be known as the greatest war hero and the greatest war leader. A quiet leader who will motivate through fearless example. He will lift the dying hearts of thousands of Native Americans as one of the history's greatest legacies and ascend to become one of the world's greatest legends.
He was oppressed and he was afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. Like a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that is silent before its shearers, so he did not open his mouth. Edwin.
So, Father, don't you need to be a Christian to be like Jesus?
Not at all. In fact, some of the world's greatest leaders have not been Christians, but have been exemplified or have exemplified the gospel. Crazy Horse, for example, was quiet and he led through his fearsome courage. He never preached to spread his message like Jesus, but he silently displayed his integrity, promoted justice, and was a genuine example of gospel values. Because of these values, he was the greatest Native American hero.